The outpouring of grief for Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, has continued overnight. Long queues of people have left flowers and tributes at Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle. There have also been gun salutes across the Commonwealth, and an online condolence book has been signed by people from around the world. Prince Charles has spoken for the first time since the death of his father, paying tribute to his service to the Queen and Commonwealth.
Buckingham Palace has announced details for a pared-down ceremonial royal funeral, which will take place at 3 p.m. local time next Saturday, with just close family in attendance. For more, let's go live to our London Bureau Chief, Samantha Hawley, who is at Windsor Castle. Sam, what's been happening there today?
Well, as you mentioned there has been a lot of people coming here to Windsor Castle to pay tribute to Prince Philip, to lay flowers at the gates of the castle. That comes, of course, even though the royal family had said, please don't do that, don't come out. They are worried that crowds will build during this COVID-19 pandemic, and there was not a lot of social distancing going on, I think, today, so that will worry them somewhat. We also saw, of course, today the 41 gun salutes across the country in the 4 nations and on Royal Navy ships at sea, a fitting tribute, of course, for Prince Philip, who served during World War II for the Royal Navy. We saw here today as well Prince Edward and his wife Sophie. They came here to visit the Queen, and on the way out the Countess of Wessex said that the Queen has been amazing. So that was after a visit here. So still we're seeing sort of the outpouring of grief. A lot of people very upset and very saddened here today by the death of Prince Philip. And as you mentioned, then we will have the funeral this coming Saturday.
Sam, Prince Charles has given a heartfelt address to his late father.
Yeah, he has. That came quite late this afternoon. It was quite a touching statement from Prince Charles about his father, basically saying, I think, that he was a very devoted father and husband, but also devoted to this nation. Let's have a listen to him.
As you can imagine, my family and I miss my father enormously. He was a much-loved and appreciated figure. And apart from anything else, I can imagine, and we're so deeply touched by the number of other people here and elsewhere around the world in the Commonwealth who also, I think, share our loss and our sorrow. And my dear papa was a very special person who, I think, above all else, would have been amazed by the reaction and the touching things that have been said about him.
Sam, what do we know about the funeral plans?
Well, we do know, of course, that this has been scaled back because of COVID-19. The public has been told to stay away next Saturday. It will be televised so they can watch it that way. And the royal family has made it clear that it will be sticking to the COVID-19 guidelines, just like more than 100,000 families have had to do throughout the year. So they will only have 30 people who will attend the funeral here at St George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. Prince Harry, we now know, will be attending, and he will abide again by the rules. He will need to quarantine on his return here, but his wife Meghan, who is pregnant, will not be coming. That's because they say of doctors' advice. Boris Johnson has announced that he won't attend the funeral, that he has given up his spot to make sure that another family member can attend. And we got some more details about the funeral too, Dan. We know now that Prince Philip played quite a large role in organising his own funeral, and we know that he played a part in altering a Land Rover so it can carry his coffin. So that Land Rover will drive behind the walls here at Windsor Castle to St George's Chapel. members of the royal family and the royal household will walk behind it, and when it arrives there, members of the Royal Marines will carry the coffin into the chapel. And then, as you said, it will be quite an intimate family affair, although it will be watched by the nation.
Samantha Hawley reporting from Windsor Castle.